Brand new Mishnah, and today's office sponsor Lilu Nishmas Mars Miriam Zara Basar Yaakov Moshe her Neshama should have an Aliyah, and Lilu Nishmas Mars Rivka Basar Meir Zev her Neshama should have an Aliyah. And the Mishnah says Hanodim in a chalav, someone that makes a neder, he's not going to eat chalav, milk, motor b'kaim, he's allowed to eat whey. What is whey? So firstly, whey is spelled W-H-E-Y, not W-A-Y. And number two, whey is the watery liquid that separates from fresh milk when it's left to stand. Now Rabbi Yossi answers him from benefiting from whey also. Let's say min ha-kaim, he answers himself from the kaim, from the whey, motor b'chalav, he's allowed to have milk. Abba Shalom tells us, Hanodim in agvina, if a person makes a neder from cheese, asr ba, bein melucha utfela, he's asr from all cheeses, whether it's salted or not salted. That's even though the majority of cheeses are salted, he's still asr from all cheeses. Hanodim in abasar, someone makes a neder from meat, nun bezam alpha on top, motu baroitiv ubekipa, he is allowed to have meat gravy, and the kipa is the small pieces that fell off the meat while it was cooking. Of Rabbi Yehuda Iser, Rabbi Yehuda asers, some of the gears for Rabbi Yossi asers. Now we have a story to support this. Rabbi Yehuda says, Maisa, there was a story of asr alai Rabbi Tarfin asered me, the beitzim shenespashal imai, from even eating the eggs that were cooked with the meat. I asered the meat on myself, and he asered me even from eating the eggs that were cooked with it. Amrullah, they told him, Kain davar, it's true, but that situation was unique. Masai, when is it that you're asered to eat something that comes from the meat as well? That's bisman sha'amar basar ze'olai, when he says that this meat is asered to me. Shanadim davar nis'ar va'acher, if someone makes a neder from one thing, and that thing gets mixed with something else, if that thing which is aser is able to impart its flavor into the thing that fell into aser, so then he's aser to benefit from everything else as well. And in that specific scenario, Rabbi Yehuda asered himself from that particular piece of meat, and that's why even eggs that were cooked with the meat, they got flavor from the meat, are going to be aser. But that's not necessarily a raya that if a person asers all meat upon himself, then he's not allowed to have meat gravy or the small pieces that fell off while it was middle of cooking. Lastly, Mishnah says, Hanodim in ayayin, a person makes a neder from wine, motor b'tavshel sheyesh by tam yayin, he is allowed to eat a dish that has the taste of wine, but amar koinim yayin zesha ani tayim, if he says koinim this wine that I'm going to taste, v'nafal tavshel, and then the wine fell into a dish, im yesh by b'nei tam, harei aser, if it imparts flavor, then it's aser. But now the Gemara based on the top asks a question on Rabbi Yossi from the beginning of our Mishnah. For min, I'll ask you a stira. The Brisa tells us min ha'adashim, if a person asks himself from eating adashim, aser ba'ashishim, he's not allowed to eat ashishim, which is a type of adashim. Rabbi Yossi matter, Rabbi Yossi allows it. So why is it that Rabbi Yossi in our Mishnah says that if a person asks himself from milk, he's not allowed to eat the whey, but over here when he asks himself from adashim, he's allowed to eat ashishim. Now the havamina over here is that Rabbi Yossi holds if one asks himself from a specific food, he also asks himself from related foods. So why are the ashishim mutter? So Gemara says, like kasha, it's not a question. We understood Rabbi Yossi wrong. Marki asre or marki asre. Really, each man to Amr was just going according to what was normal in his locale. Ba'asar the Rabbanon, in the place of the Rabbanon, karu l'chalba chalbo l'kuma kuma. Milk is called milk, whey is called whey, and that's why when a person asks himself for milk, he's not asked from having whey. But ba'asar Rabbi Yossi, in Rabbi Yossi's place, l'kuma nami karu l'kuma de chalba. Whey is also called whey of milk. So when a person asks himself for milk, he's memela going to be asked to eat whey. The Gemara continues, Tanya, we have a brayso, hanodim min ha'chalav motor b'kaim min ha'kaim motor b'chalav. If he makes a neder from milk, he's allowed to have whey. If he makes a neder from whey, he's allowed to have milk. Min ha'chalav motor b'gvina, min ha'gvina motor b'chalav. If he makes a neder from milk, he's allowed to have cheese. A neder from cheese, he's allowed to have milk. Min ha'roitev motor b'kipa, min ha'kipa motor b'roitev. If he makes a neder, he's not going to have gravy, he's allowed to have the kipa. If he makes a neder from kipa, he's allowed to have the gravy. Im amar, if he said, basar ze'olai, this meat is asr to me, asr bai, uberoitvai, ubekipai, he's not allowed to eat it, or its gravy, or the small pieces of meat that fell off while it was cooking. Whereas hanodim in ayayin, if a person makes a neder, he's not going to have wine. Motor b'tavshel sheish b'tam yayin, he's allowed to have a dish that tastes like wine. But amar, if he said, kainim yayin zeh she'eni tayim, this wine is asr, I'm not going to taste it. B'nafal sechat tavshel, and it fell into a dish, im yesh by tam yayin, if it tastes like wine, how is it asr? It's asr. And the Mishnah continues, hanodim min ha'anavim, if a person makes a neder from grapes, motor b'yayin, he's allowed to have wine. Min hazesim, if he makes a neder from olives, motor b'shemen, he's allowed to have olive oil. But amar, let's say he said, kainam zesim va'anavim elu she'eni
403 and a half. 403 is about half of 807.